So about a week ago, Crunchyroll was running their elections for the Anime Awards, and I feel like this channel has been leaning more towards the KSIs and Oibros of the world. But believe it or not, I've been watching a lot of anime, and holy free holies, there've been a lot of good anime that came out last year. It really makes me upset because I really wanted to make a bunch of videos on these kinds of anime, but I've just been too lazy to create one. So this is my redemption arc. This is where I talk about the best anime of last year before the Anime Awards revealed their winners. And I'm not going to cover all the categories, just the ones I mainly care about. Oh, and watch out for these animes and shows that I will spoil. So on that note, we will start with Best Supporting Character. And in this category, there's only two that really stick out to me. And that would be Hayasaka from Love is War and Rebecca from Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Two women, am I right? Top G would be so upset.
And who's that? Oh, it's Mr. MVP! Simp!
Hayasaka because she's like the perfect wingman or wing gal. I mean, bro, she would take an L just to give you the dove. And not only that, she is both hilarious and adorable. But Rebecca, on the other hand, I mean, I had mixed feelings about her in the beginning of the show. I mean, she would hit on my boy Dave when he clearly had feelings for Lucy, but she never stopped trying, and you know what? I fucking respect it. It got to the point where Rebecca realized that she won't be able to win over David. And instead of being bitter and angry and all upset, she says, let's get the love of your life back home.
No rest at all. Glad you're back safe. For David's sake, I mean.
Which that is like some Giga Chad shit. And by the end of it all, well, she took the fattest L. I mean, that shit literally cost her life. And you know what? That's some best supporting character material right there. So you know what? Rebecca wins this one. Best supporting character? Rebecca. Alrighty, and then the next one on our list is must protect at all costs character. Kill them all. Wait, actually, where the fuck is Rebecca? She should be on this list. Out of all these motherfuckers, Rebecca's the only one who actually needs protection. I mean, did they already forget what happened to her?
Rebecca!
But I mean, I guess if I had to choose, I would go with my main man, Boji. I mean, I know that motherfucker can protect himself, but every time when that guy cries, bro, it's like a reflex, I cry too. I just don't want that kid to ever feel bad things. So everyone make sure Lamilton doesn't get near him. That kid just loves to do bad things.
Here he is assaulting his grandmother. Again, and again, and yet again. Then he stops, walks to the counter to order the chicken, then goes back to beat on his grandmother some more. Lamilton, did you hit your grandmother?
Yeah, beat her ass.
So if I can't vote on Rebecca, I'll just choose Boji. Boji would be the winner of this category. The next one on our list is Best Main Character. And honestly, there are only 3 main characters on this list that I'm really considering. We got my main man Boji, my guy Aaron, and my main gal Chisato. I mean, David would have been up here, but David for the most part had me like,
David, you know who else has dementia? David, you know who else has dementia? David, you know who else has dementia?
and Boji was better on the first half of the season. I mean, he was better when he was just still a baby. Now he can defend himself. And Aaron, genocide? Yeah. And you know what? I think I'll give this one to Licorico's finest, Chisato. She's like your average anime protagonist, but her positivity is just so fucking infectious. Her positivity reminds me of me at times. And my god, can she dodge bullets? I mean, that shit's fucking crazy. She's like one of those Fortnite highlight reels. And I mean, she doesn't really go through any major character arcs, but the fact that everyone around her does, kinda crazy. Best main character, Chisato. Alrighty, now the next one on my list I got is Best Drama. And for this one, out of the 6, I only have 2. That would be Cyberpunk Edgerunners and Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. And with Attack on Titan, it's pretty much immaculate. It's almost impossible to find something that isn't perfect in Attack on Titan. And not only that, the writing is getting more and more complex as they reveal more and more character motivations. And a lot of the times these motivations end up clashing against each other, which creates some really cool and very interesting drama. And I mean, the whole world building and the lore of Attack on Titan is just so fucking amazing. I even had to make an AMV about it. Cyberpunk, on the other hand, shit just happens, you know? Like, what the fuck was going on with Kiwi? I don't understand Kiwi. What the fuck did she do? But nah, I'm gonna have to give this one to AOT. You know what the fuck I'm talking about? Best Drama, Attack on Titan. Alrighty, next one is Best Action. And right off the bat, I'm gonna have to apologize to my JoJo fans, if I have any. Shouts out to Giovanni, but I apologize, I have not seen JoJo's. So for me, it would have to be between Attack on Titan, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Demon Slayer, and Licorice Recoil. And right off the bat, I'm gonna have to take off my boy Attack on Titan. Like, the action isn't bad, I mean, it's very good. I even had to make an AMV on the action. And that AMV is actually one of my favorites. Please go watch it. But the action isn't as goated as all these other ones. Like Cyberpunk, for an example. Cyberpunk does a really good job of combining its animation and its action. I mean, a perfect example for me would have to be the ambulance scene with David and Lucy. But Demon Slayer, they take it a step further. I don't think I've ever seen such smooth animation for action scenes. Like, these guys have been stepping it up, like they just keep topping themselves every single fucking time. I remember the first time these guys impressed me, and that was when Tanjiro was facing the guy with the drums. I'm sorry Licorice Recoil, but Demon Slayer takes this one on a landslide. Demon Slayer, Best Action. Alright, next up we got Best Song, Rumbling. I really feel like I don't need to elaborate. But when I eat, when I sleep, when I drive, when I work, when I game, when I edit,
Coming, he's busting, coming.
when I watch Attack on Titan, you know, rumbling is just a lifestyle. Best song, Rumbling. Alright, next up we got Best Film. And I'm gonna be honest here, I've only seen two. And that was Dragon Ball Super Superhero and Jujutsu Kaisen 0. And bro, Jujutsu Kaisen 0 was fucking upsetting as hell. God, it was so frustrating watching this film. The potential was all there, like you could have structured it in a way where it made more sense. Like the main character Yuta is very interesting, especially with this character dynamic with Rika. Like it was all there, they just like breezed past it. Like what the fuck was that, bro? You could have made this into like a semi-horror film. The whole thing just felt rushed too. Like they should have also made this film like a little longer, because like out of nowhere we're in the middle of a fucking war. Bro, I left that shit feeling so disappointed and underwhelmed. But Dragon Ball on the other hand, bro, that shit's just infectious. Bro, Dragon Ball fans are just like a different kind of breed. Like everybody in that fucking theater felt that energy. Like just when you think you conquered the enemy, there's another, and then there's another, and then there's another, and the enemies just keep coming. This Dragon Ball movie was just so much fun to watch. And this gets me thinking, like, I really missed out on Broly, huh? I mean, if they were hyped in my theater, imagine watching Broly, bro.
Holy shit. Oh, what you that, yo? Where's the spectator? Holy shit. Oh, hell no.
But overall, best film, it's gonna have to be...
Hey, you want to do something cool?
Puss in Boots. That's right, guys. Puss in Boots #1. I mean, Puss in Boots was really good, but it wasn't nominated for some reason. It's rigged. But if we're being for real, Dragon Ball Superhero for best film. Alright, next up is best score. And there's really only one anime that truly deserves it, and that's gonna have to be my main man, AOTY, Attack on Titan. And Attack on Titan is just one of those soundtracks that when you listen to it, you can picture the scenes already. The music is just very unique like that. Like when you listen to an OST of Attack on Titan, it sounds very much like Attack on Titan. Like all I have to do is just play this beat, and you guys who watch Attack on Titan already know.
That's the problem. I've been here too long for my own good. 3 years of this madness, surrounded by idiots. We were kids. What did we know about anything? Why did there have to be people like this? Why? Why did I let myself devolve into such a half-assed piece of shit?
Stop fucking playing with me, man. You already know. Fucking Attack on Titan, goated ass score. Next up is best ending sequence. Okay, which, like, first of all, where the fuck is Overlord? Overlord had one of the best ending sequences. Bro, it even created memes like this.
What do you think he's listening to?
Probably death metal or hard rock.
But for this one, it would have to be between My Dress Up Darling, Call of the Night, and Spy X Family. My Dress Up Darling because the ending is very adorable. You know, it has a lot of personality, but it's not going to be the one I vote for. And then we got Call of the Night over here, which is like a straight up fucking banger. But this track feels more of it like a opening sequence rather than a ending sequence. And compare the imagery from this to Overlord, Overlord is better, bro. I mean, the photos are nice, but Overlord has like a lot of fan art looking type shit. But the anime with the best ending sequence, that's gonna have to be Spy X Family. This ending sequence just has really good visuals. The visuals pretty much only show like Anya and her headspace and the people around her at the time. And it also like introduces you to this like childlike wonder that Anya's going through. And the song that they chose for this ending sequence, just a fucking masterpiece, bro. It's just a fucking vibe. And I feel like that's what ending sequences should be. Just fucking vibes, bro. Not that hardcore banging shit. Shouts out to Black Clover and that ending sequence with Against All Gods. Alrighty, now we move from ending sequences to opening sequences. And bro, Naked Hero is just the fucking best one, like straight up. I know most of you guys who have made it this far are probably thinking Attack on Titan would have been on the best opening sequence. But you fucking gremlins don't even know yet, bro. I got taste. Yes, Rumbling is a fucking culture phenomenon, bro. Like, this song was fucking banging. It was on TikTok everywhere. That's why it won best song for me. But in terms of opening sequences, bro, Boji got this one. The visuals are just fucking amazing, bro. I mean, I even had to use them on my AMV for it. Check out this one too. And by the end of the song, bro, I'm left with tears, bro. I get emotional. Like, after you just seen the whole journey and what the opening is supposed to represent, never seen anything like it. Best opening sequence, Boji. Alrighty, the next one on my list is Best Continuing Series. And for this one, I have a very special video for y'all to see.
Attack on Titan is the best fucking anime in the last decade. It is top 2 and it's not fucking 2, nigga.
And I feel like that's all that needed to be said. Best New Series, Cyberpunk Edgerunners wins this one by a landslide. I mean, just look at the other ones that got nominated. Nothing compares to it in terms of animation, soundtrack, or writing. Cyberpunk is just goated. Alrighty, now we're at Best Animation. And there are only 2 real contenders here, and that's Cyberpunk and Demon Slayer. Cyberpunk because everything feels so unique and distinguished, to the point where it almost feels like it has a comic book vibe to it. But I feel like Demon Slayer takes the cake on this one, because when the action is going, it looks fucking beautiful. And when you're looking at it, it's hard not to admire that shit. Demon Slayer is looking like the king of animation right now. That shit's just so fucking great. Winner, Demon Slayer. Alrighty, next up is Best Character Design. And again, there's only really 2 animes that we have to talk about. Demon Slayer and Cyberpunk. When I think unique characters for Demon Slayer, I think of 2 mainly. We got my main man Tengen and Daki. Those motherfuckers were so unique that you saw them everywhere on shorts and on TikTok. But when I think of Cyberpunk Edgerunners, I think of David, Lucy, Rebecca, Kiwi, Maine, Gustavo Fring. Even the background characters look like they have a lot of personality. And when you can do that, bro, you just have the best character designs. The winner is Cyberpunk. Alrighty, the next one we got is Best Original Anime. But I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, I've only seen one, and that's Licorice Recoil. But I can pretty much confidently say that all the other anime aren't going to be as good as this one. I mean, how the fuck are you going to be cute girls with guns? But the more you start digging into this anime, the more you find out that it's actually kind of deep. In the anime, you get this one character named Majima, and this guy kind of has like the Joker archetype. To be more specific, he's kind of like the Heath Ledger Joker. The motherfucker don't look like he got a plan, but that motherfucker got a plan. It also feels like in another life he would be really good friends with Chisato. But anyway, the main goal of this character is to expose the government for its evil deeds. And this character would do anything by any means necessary to expose the government for what it does. What does it do exactly? Well, this is where the moral dilemma comes in. See, the government has a system where they can keep the crime rate all the way down to 0. And they do this by having cute girls with guns killing any criminal that shows up by any means necessary. So in that case, what do? Do we expose the government even if it keeps us safe, or do we let the people know what is going on behind the scenes? And just based on that concept, bro, the show is just an automatic banger. I mean, you know it's also going to be a banger when you have
Let's go.
Licorice Recoil Best Original Anime. Alrighty now, it's the top one, the top tier, the top one, the anime of the year. And in this category, there is only 4 that I'm truly considering here. So let's get started with Demon Slayer. My main problem with Demon Slayer and why it's not the top pick for the anime of the year for me, it's because it's more basic shonen shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is one of the best seasons of a Demon Slayer I've ever seen. But I mean, all the protagonists got plot armor? What kind of shit is that? Inosuke should have died, bro. Next up is ranking of kings. The main problem with the second half of the season is that this half felt way too upbeat, like way too happy. Too much happy shit was going on. The first half of the show was really unforgiving. Like one wrong step and everything could go wrong. I'm really hoping that the next season brings it back to like the unforgiving place that it was. Still a really good show and I highly recommend it. And also watch my EMVs if you haven't seen them already. And the next one I really need to talk about is Attack on Titan. And this one was really close to being on my top spot. The writing is just fucking on point on this one, bro. Like you can never go wrong with Isayama. This season had like one of the craziest plot twists of all of anime history. Like just when you think you know the story, you don't know the story, bro. You don't have no idea how the fuck this whole show started. I even had to make an AMV, 2 of them on this show. But there was one anime that blew me away on all aspects of animation, writing, and sound design. And that's yes, that's right. My top anime of the year is Cyberpunk Edgerunners. I mean, Cyberpunk came out on point, bro. Just this story between Lucy and David is so fucking heartbreaking. Like, all I need to do is just play this song and you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about.
So, get away, another way to feel what you did on yourself.
Hell, they even have an episode dedicated to having dementia.
David, you know who else has
The new Burger King burger with laxatives. This burger will make you piss shit out your asshole. Your stomach will melt and your dick will fall off. You can become a woman that way.
Which right off the bat, that shit reminded me of the Ice King.
This magic keeps me alive.
What is going on in there?
All around, Cyberpunk Edgerunners is one of the fucking goatest anime ever and I'll go down as a classic. This will be a gateway anime for all your friends who don't watch anime. That is assuming you have friends. Anime of the year, Cyberpunk Edgerunners. So what do you guys think of the list? My only gripe on this whole anime awards is that they didn't have a category for best antagonist. Like, we can only have good main characters if we have good antagonists. I also thought it would be funny if we could put Eren on the best antagonist and as best main character, because that shit would have been fucking hilarious. But anyway, what do you guys think? What do y'all think? Let me know in the comment section below. And I hope this video isn't too long for y'all. My recording time's like almost about 15 minutes and that shit's fucking scary. I hope this doesn't take too long for me to edit, and I hope I can pump it out before the awards go live. Anyways, you guys have a good rest of your night. Bye-bye.
Be as gay as you want and have it the way you want in this piece of shit restaurant full of horny